The cafeteria is loud and lively. Kids eat lunch, laugh with friends, and tease each other like any other school day. Then, without warning, a girl goes completely still. Her eyes light up blue, her body starts convulsing, and she drops to the floor. Teachers rush over, but nothing can be done. She's already gone. Nobody has any explanation for what just happened. Scientists eventually uncover something terrifying. A new virus is spreading, and it only kills children. Doctors everywhere throw everything they have at it, but nothing works. The death toll climbs until nearly 90% of the world's children are gone. Even the President of the United States steps forward to admit that his own son has been infected. Despite the grief, he promises the world that a solution will be found. A new government department called the CCD is established to manage the crisis. Somewhere across town, a family is gathered around a birthday cake. Ruby's parents smile, sing, and hand her gifts. On the surface, it looks like a perfectly happy celebration. But behind every smile, there's quiet terror because Ruby has the virus too. That night, Ruby can't settle. Restless and frightened, she pads down the hall to her mother and slips her hand into hers. Her eyes suddenly flare orange. Ruby yanks her hand away and bolts back to her room. Morning comes and everything feels ordinary to Ruby. But when she faces her mother, something is deeply wrong. Her mother stares at her like a stranger and asks who she is. Her father reacts the same way. Ruby pleads with them, holds up her birthday gift as proof, but her parents are convinced a sick, unknown child has wandered into their home. Frightened, they call the CDC. Ruby screams and cries as strangers drag her out the door and shove her onto a bus. Inside, other children sit in silence. A guard stands over them gripping a weapon, watching them not as kids but as threats. When the bus finally stops, the children are herded into a heavily fortified facility. One curious boy starts asking questions. The guards answer by beating him bloody in front of everyone. Ruby watches and understands immediately. This place was never built to heal them. The children are taken for medical evaluation. Doctors explain that the virus has rewritten their DNA, and as a result, each child has developed a unique ability. Scientists sort them by eye color. Greens are the most intellectually gifted and considered low risk. Blues have telekinesis. Golds can control electricity. All three groups are deemed manageable. But two categories, red and orange, are considered so dangerous that standing orders exist to eliminate them on the spot. When it's Ruby's turn, the reading comes back orange. The word terminate flashes across the screen. The doctor prepares a syringe without hesitation. Ruby senses what's about to happen. As the doctor reaches for her, she grabs his hand and firmly tells him she's a green, not an orange. Her eyes blaze orange. The doctor's face goes blank. Wordlessly, he updates her file. Green. Ruby's power is now clear. She can reach inside a person's mind and bend it to her will. Afterward, children are given colored uniforms matching their categories. As Ruby looks around, she notices something that turns her blood cold. There are no red or orange uniforms anywhere. She already knows what that means. 6 years pass inside the camp. Ruby keeps her head down and intentionally underperforms, trying to blend in with the greens. But one day, Captain McManus pulls her aside and tells her she doesn't seem smart enough to be a green. The comment shakes her. Soon after, a high-pitched frequency rings out through the facility's speakers. Most people hear nothing. Ruby collapses. She wakes up in a medical room with a female doctor watching over her. A guard soon appears and announces their time is up. Before leaving, the doctor slips a note into Ruby's hand. It says her secret has been discovered. If she wants to survive, she needs to meet the doctor in the boiler room. Ruby goes alone. The doctor is waiting and leads her quietly to a car. At the gate, a guard steps forward to block them. Ruby takes hold of his mind and makes him step aside. After 6 years locked away, she walks into open air. The relief is overwhelming. The doctor breaks the news gently. Most adults are gone now, and much of the world has been abandoned. Ruby immediately says she wants to find her parents. The doctor warns her that doing so could put her in serious danger. She hands Ruby a GPS necklace and explains that if Ruby ever needs help, it will allow them to locate her. Their destination is a hidden camp where children like Ruby have been living safely, off the grid. Shortly after, the doctor introduces Ruby to one of her contacts. When Ruby shakes his hand, a vision floods her mind. Children running, desperate and terrified, trying to survive. She pulls away, certain something terrible is connected to this man. While looking for a place to change, Ruby nearly runs into a girl who panics and sends a bolt of electricity flying before ducking into a van. Ruby approaches anyway and speaks honestly through the van door until the gold-eyed girl finally opens it. Inside, Ruby also meets Liam, a blue, and his companion. She tells them she's a green, but admits people are hunting her. Both boys agree to help without hesitation. The pursuit catches up quickly. Liam acts fast, using his powers to destroy the vehicles coming after them, and the group breaks free. When they stop to rest, Liam's friend pushes Ruby on why a supposedly harmless green would be running scared. Ruby can't answer honestly, so she snaps at them and threatens to go it alone. Liam calms things down and mentions where they're actually headed, a hidden refuge run by an orange-eyed boy who has been protecting gifted kids. Ruby says she's in. On the road, Liam opens up about why they fled. Children were being turned into soldiers through brutal experiments. Escaping was the only option. That night, while the group sleeps, Ruby's hand grazes Liam's. His entire past floods into her. She watches him fight desperately to protect others during their escape and fail to save most of them. The weight of that guilt is etched into everything he carries. The next day, the gold-eyed girl hands Ruby a red dress. Something about it makes Ruby stand a little taller. They load back into the van and push on. A radio broadcast carries the voice of the president's son, telling the world that if he survived, a cure is possible. It's a small thing, but it lifts the mood. A stop at an abandoned mall turns tense when another group of gifted kids ambushes them. The gold-eyed girl diffuses it with a well-placed display of her powers. Once the dust settles, it becomes clear these are kids just like them. That night, both groups sit together and talk. For the first time in a long while, nobody feels completely alone. During the conversation, Liam asks if anyone knows how to find the safe haven. The kids explain that the location is hidden inside a coded message. Without drawing attention to herself, Ruby quietly reaches into one boy's mind and pulls the information out. She and Liam's friend work together to crack the code. When it finally breaks open, the group feels genuine relief. But the moment doesn't last. Someone figures out that Ruby isn't a green. She braces herself, expecting fear or rejection. Instead, Liam tells her there's nothing to worry about. That's when Ruby lets the truth out fully. Her control over her power is fragile. If it slips, even for a moment, she could destroy someone's mind completely. Before long, a group of kids in military gear intercepts them. One recognizes Liam. After a tense exchange, Liam explains they're only looking for somewhere safe to live. Satisfied with that, the group agrees to escort them to the orange-eyed boys' camp. What they find there is a shock. The boy running the camp is the president's son. He greets Ruby warmly and finally tells the full story. His father never cured him. He was used as a test subject over and over. When the experiments yielded nothing, the government began warehousing gifted children in camps across the country. The orange boy promises Ruby he'll help her understand her abilities. Slowly, she begins to make progress. One afternoon, when Ruby is struggling emotionally, the orange boy finds her and tells her only another orange can really know what she carries. He takes her hand. Liam walks in at that exact moment and doesn't like what he sees. But something else happens in that moment. The orange boy catches a glimpse of Ruby's memories. He sees the night she held her parents' hands and watches their faces go blank as every memory of her drains away. He's stunned. What Ruby did accidentally is beyond anything he has ever managed deliberately. He becomes fixated, wanting to know how she did it. Ruby doesn't have an answer. Outside, Liam confronts her. He's frustrated and feels shut out. Ruby explains herself, but it comes out as a confession. She keeps distance from him because she's terrified of doing to him what she accidentally did to her own parents. She couldn't survive that. Near the lake, Liam's friend pulls Ruby aside and admits the camp doesn't feel right to him. Back inside, Ruby catches the orange boy quickly closing a laptop when she walks in. He'd been reporting the number of green, blue, and orange kids currently in the camp. Ruby had come to borrow the laptop so Liam's friend could reach his family. The orange boy senses his opening. He offers a deal. Help him understand the memory-erasing ability, and the laptop is hers. Ruby agrees, closes her eyes, and tries to focus. Then she opens them and realizes what he's actually doing. She punches him hard and runs. She runs straight into Liam. He listens to everything and his expression shifts to fury. Ruby holds him back, making him understand. The camp is compromised. They have to leave tonight. As the group moves to escape in the dark, the camp's general arrives. Standing right beside him is the orange boy. He wasn't hiding from the government. He was working for it all along. His entire operation was a trap designed to collect gifted children and build his father's army. He takes control of Liam's body and forces him to fight. Ruby watches for 1 second, then lets go of every wall she's built. She reaches into the commander's mind and kills him. The gold-eyed girl tears through the remaining soldiers with electricity. Ruby orders her 3 friends to run and stays behind to face the orange boy alone. She seizes control of the whole army and turns every weapon on him. For a moment, it looks like it's over. Then he pushes back, and one by one the soldiers turn on each other. His control extends to Ruby, too. He moves through her mind like he owns it, promising to wipe away all her pain and stand beside her as they rule together. Ruby stops fighting and goes quiet inside herself. Then, from somewhere deep, she breaks his hold. She locks onto a helicopter overhead and brings it down directly onto him. Before she can breathe, another helicopter opens fire. Liam's friend throws himself in front of her and takes the hit. Ruby panics. Then she remembers the necklace. She triggers it, and within minutes the doctor arrives with her team. Everyone is pulled to safety. Ruby wakes up in a clean bed. The doctor fills her in. Liam's friend is in the hospital and will recover. Liam, however, refuses to go anywhere without Ruby. The doctor also shares the mission: find the president, force the truth into the open, and end this. They need Ruby to do it. Ruby already knows what she has to do, and she knows Liam won't survive it if he stays close to her. She walks to him, and for the last time reaches into his mind. She takes every memory of her, every moment they shared, and erases it all. She hands him his bag and tells him softly to go home. He leaves looking confused but quietly content. Ruby watches until he's gone, then falls apart alone. In the final scene, the president's son stands before his army, very much alive and preparing for war. And somewhere across the city, Ruby is ready to meet him. So what did you think about this story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the recap, hit like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.